Greetings to all. Now we are going to understand about recording of transaction part 1. In that we are going to learn about journal entries. As we have understood what is journal entries all about in our previous video, now we are going to solve sum number 11 and 12 respectively. Journalize the following transaction in books of Himanshu. Business started with cash 75,000. So first of all, when you have to journalize the journal entries, we have to first draw the format respective journal entries. So journal entries format is as under. You have to write down in the title books of Himanshu, date, then particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees, and then you can start with your sum. So very first comes is business started with cash. Now what activity is carried out in this transaction? First is cash is received and at the same time capital increases. So cash increase or cash comes in, so it will be debit, and capital also increase, so it will be credit. So cash account debit to capital account. So your journal entries will be said cash account debit to capital account in this particular manner, 75,000 respectively. Very next comes is purchase goods for cash. What activity is done in this? When I have purchased the goods on cash, so here purchase is happening and cash is happening, right? So what we are going to write down will be purchase will be debit, obvious, because it is goods are expenses over here and cash goes out. So December 07, your entry will be located like this: purchase account debit rupees 10,000 to cash account rupees 10,000, being goods purchased for cash. Narration, that is your this brief description after every transaction. Brief description after every transaction is compulsory to be mentioned, because it carries marks. If it is not, then your marks will be cut. And that brief description, you don't have to go in detail of that. You can write down whatever your transaction is mentioned. Sold goods to Swati. What activity is done in December 09? So here we are doing goods are sold on credit. So here Swati is the debtors of us, and we are doing sales activity. So here Swati account debit, because the debtors increases as your asset increase, and Swati's account. So your journal entries will be Swati account debit to sales. So Swati account debit to sales, because goods are your income sources. So Swati account debit to sales account, being goods sold on credit. Very next comes is purchase furniture. Now on December 12 we have purchase furniture. Furniture is our asset. So when there is a purchase of asset or sale of asset, you have to mention the name of asset and name of a asset, what is sold or what is purchased. So here furniture comes in and cash goes out. So furniture account debit to cash account. So you can see over here furniture account debit to cash account. Furniture to cash, because furniture comes in and cash goes out. In the same manner, now we are going to start with the next December 18. Cash received from Swati in full settlement. Now Swati is a person termed as debtors. From her we have to receive 5,000 rupees. But here the word full settlement is mentioned. That means she will be paying us 4,000 rupees and her account will be now settled. So what will be journal entries? What I am receiving is cash. So cash account debit. Then we are allowing her a discount of rupees 1,000. So 1,000 will be credit, and at the same time we are going to decrease our debtors, that is Swati. So cash account debit journal entries will be passed as cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Swati. Then comes your next journal entries, that is paid rent. Now rent is an expenses which we are paying, so expenses is always debit and cash goes out. So rent account debit to cash account rupees 1000 being rent paid. And then last comes, that is paid salary. Salary itself is an expenses, so we have to mention the name of expenses and then we have to debit that. So salary account debit to cash, salary account debit to cash being salary paid. Now you may have noticed that I have made a total on each pages. So when you are doing this journal entries, you also have to make the total of both the sides and then you have to write down balance, total balance carried forward, right? And then on the next page, when your this sum is continue for the next page, then you have to again carry forward that on the next page and write down total balance brought forward, total balance brought forward, right? And then again make a total of all the activities what you have done, that is all transaction recorded over here, and then final total balance you have to make out, and that will be your final conclusion of the sum. That is, that ends the sum in this particular manner. Now we are going to switch on to sum number 12. Enter the following transaction in books of journal of Mudit. Now in the books of Mudit we are going to record all the entries. So first of all we will draw format of journal entries, that is books of Mudit, date, particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. Now one by one we are going to start with the sum. So January 1st have two transactions standing with. First is commence business with cash and at the same time building. So building and cash both are increasing our asset and in the form of capital. So here cash account debit, building account debit to capital. Cash account debit, building account debit to capital, being started business with cash and building. Next transaction comes this goods purchase for cash. So here our cash, we have purchased the goods for cash. So when the goods comes and we have to use the term purchase. So purchase debit and cash goes out. So purchase account debit to cash account. That is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. You can understand now very easily, and narration is to be mentioned being goods purchased for cash. Then comes very next, that is sold goods to Ramesh. Sold goods to Ramesh. Now by looking at this transaction, name of a party is mentioned over here, nothing is mentioned respect to cash. So it is implied that goods are sold to Ramesh on credit. So Ramesh is our debtor. Ramesh is our debtors, but we have to utilize the name of a party. So here the transaction will be located like this: Ramesh account debit as asset increases to sales. Ramesh account debit to sales. Here goods sold on credit, 30,000. So this way you can understand very easily this all terms. Then comes your next, paid wages. January 04, paid wages. Wages itself is an expenses, so we are going to transfer this expenses on the debit side, and cash goes out, so we are going to locate them as cash. So paid wages is an expenses and expenses will be debit while cash goes out. So you can see over here, cash wages account debit to cash, wages account debit to cash, 500. So this is the way how you can post the journal entries, right? Now what is to be done? Every page and if your journal entries are continuing to the next page, you have to make a total of both the sides. You can see over here all that total is done. 4,05,500 is the total of this side, and at the same time this side also total balance carried forward, and that is next day it is carried forward, total balance brought forward. Same way we have to continue with the next page. Now we are going to continue with the next transaction, that is January 12, cash received from Ramesh discount allowed, cash received from Ramesh. Now who is Ramesh over here? Ramesh is a person who has appeared already in January 03. Now Ramesh is a person from whom we have to take 30,000 rupees. Now instead of 30,000 he is paying us 29,500, and so we have allowed him a discount of 500. So in this particular case, cash we have received 29,500, discount allowed is 500, and Ramesh is a giver. Ramesh is a giver. So your transaction will be switch on like this: cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Ramesh, cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Ramesh. So your entry will be this way managed. So finally we have to again do the total of this all side and this side also, and finally 4,46,200 is grand total, which is to be transferred to the next page, that is balance brought forward this way, right? So now we are going to switch on to the next transaction, that is January 14, goods purchase for Sudhir, goods purchase from Sudhir. So here we have purchased goods from Sudhir. So Sudhir is a person who is giving the goods on credit. So he is termed as our creditor. He will be termed as our creditors. So purchase account debit to Sudhir. Purchase account debit to Sudhir. Amount will be 27,000. Amount will be 27,000. Okay. Then comes your next January 18. Cartage paid 1,000 rupees. Cartage paid 1,000 rupees. So here expenses, cartage itself is an expenses. Cartage means carriage charges or something. So here cartage is an expenses, and we have to just jot down expenses as debit and cash goes out as credit. So in this both the cases you can see over here, purchase account debit to Sudhir. You can see purchase is always debit, as I have noted previously also, because it's an expenses for the business. And to Sudhir, Sudhir is a person, it's a liability which we are having as a credit. So being goods purchase on credit. And on January 18, cartage to cash, that is carriage to cash, 1,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees. So your entry will be cartage account debit to cash account, 1,000, 1,000. Then comes your next one, that is drew cash for personal use. We have withdrawn cash for personal use. So whenever the amount is withdrawn for personal use, they are termed as drawings. So in this particular case we have a drawings. So drawings is always debit. So drawings account debit to cash account, drawings account debit to cash account, because goods cash are withdrawn for personal use, right? And then comes your next one, Jan 22, goods used for household. Goods are used for household, means we are utilizing some goods from the shop to the household purposes of our personal purposes. So in this case goods are used for household purposes. So in this particular case it is a drawings only, but when goods are withdrawn for personal use, they are termed as purchase. When the goods are withdrawn for personal use, they are to be termed as purchase. So in this case your journal entries will be drawings account debit to purchase account, drawings account debit to purchase account, 5,000, 5,000. Being goods withdrawn for personal use, being goods withdrawn for personal use. That is the scenario of the sum. And then comes your next, that is cash paid to Sudhir, and he has allowed a discount of rupees 300, because we are paying to Sudhir, and cash discount he is allowing us. So cash paid to Sudhir. So entry will be who is receiving the us. So here receiver is Sudhir, and here cash goes out of us. Sudhir is a receiver, 27,000. Cash goes out 26,700, and discount we are receiving is 300. So finally we have journal entries like Sudhir account debit to cash account 26,700 and to discount received account 300. So this way all our transaction will come to an end, because this was the last transaction of this 12th sum. And finally we are going to do is total the balance. Total balance finally 5,11,200 on both the side. This way our transaction will be completed. So this is the thing you have to understand. If you have any queries respect to that, just pin me so that you can understand easily.